Have you ever walked away from someone and then suddenly remembered the one awkward thing you said? Or checked your phone for no reason? Or felt like everyone noticed your mistake, even when nobody actually cared? Most people think they fully control their thoughts and decisions. But the truth is, your brain quietly uses shortcuts every single day. And most of the time, you don't even realize it's happening. These shortcuts help your brain save energy. But they also trick the way you think, remember, judge people, spend money, and even understand reality itself. So in this video, we're going to explore 6 psychological tricks your brain secretly uses every day. And once you notice them, you'll start seeing them everywhere. Have you ever tried sleeping, but your brain keeps reminding you about unfinished work? Maybe an assignment, an unanswered text, or even a YouTube video you paused halfway. Strangely, unfinished things stay in our minds much longer than completed ones. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik Effect. Your brain hates open loops. It wants closure. That's why cliffhanger works so well in movies. That's why songs get stuck in your head. And that's why unfinished tasks keep coming back into your thoughts randomly during the day. Your brain keeps whispering, "Hey, you forgot something," even if you're trying to relax. What's interesting is, the task itself may not even be important anymore. But because it feels incomplete, your brain treats it like unfinished business. Now imagine this. You already believe something strongly. Maybe this phone brand is the best. This diet works. Or this person is rude. Suddenly, your brain starts collecting evidence that supports your belief, while quietly ignoring evidence that disagrees with it. That's confirmation bias. Your brain doesn't always search for truth. Sometimes, it searches for agreement. That's why 2 people can watch the exact same event and come to completely different conclusions. Because both brains are filtering reality differently. Social media makes this even stronger. The more content you watch that matches your opinions, the more your brain starts thinking, "Everyone agrees with me," even when they don't. Have you noticed how one emotional story can completely change your thinking? Maybe you watch one video about a plane crash, and suddenly flying feels dangerous, even though statistically, driving is far riskier. This happens because your brain judges things based on how easily they come to mind. Psychologists call this availability bias. Your brain remembers emotional things better than ordinary things. That's why dramatic news spreads so fast. That's why scary videos stay in your head longer. And that's why repeated emotional content slowly changes how you see the world. Your brain quietly starts thinking, "If I remember it easily, it must happen a lot," even when it doesn't. Now let's talk about something almost everyone experiences. The spotlight effect. This happens when you think people are paying way more attention to you than they actually are. For example, you trip while walking, say something awkward in class, or wear a shirt you suddenly feel embarrassed about. And instantly your brain says, "Everybody noticed." But in reality, most people are too busy thinking about themselves. Just like you are. Everyone is living inside their own mental world, worrying about their own appearance, their own mistakes, their own problems. But your brain creates an imaginary spotlight and places it directly on you. That's why small embarrassing moments can feel huge, even when other people forget them within seconds. Now here's one that secretly affects how we judge people. The halo effect. Sometimes one's good quality makes us assume someone is good at everything else too. For example, if someone is attractive, confident, funny, or speaks smoothly, our brain automatically starts assuming they must also be smart, kind, trustworthy, even when we barely know them. Your brain creates a shortcut. One positive impression creates a glowing halo around the person. And suddenly, your judgment becomes biased without you noticing. This happens everywhere. school, interviews, social media, even friendships. Your brain loves quick judgments, because careful thinking takes more energy. Now let's talk about something stores and companies use all the time. The anchoring effect. Imagine you see a jacket priced at $500. Then suddenly you see tag of discount $299 only. Instantly your brain feels, that's cheap. But why? Because your brain already got attached to the first number. That first number became an anchor. And now everything gets compared to it. Even negotiations work like this. The first price someone mentions influences the entire conversation afterward. Your brain uses the starting point as a reference, even if the starting point was completely random. What makes all of this fascinating is that these aren't rare psychological tricks. They happen every single day. While scrolling, shopping, talking to people, watching videos, remembering memories, even while thinking about yourself. Your brain is constantly simplifying reality, guessing patterns, filling gaps, and creating shortcuts. Sometimes those shortcuts help you. Sometimes they quietly mislead you. But once you become aware of them, you start noticing them everywhere. And that changes the way you think forever. So tomorrow, watch your thoughts carefully. Notice what your brain focuses on. Notice what it ignores. Because the moment you become aware of your mind's hidden patterns, you stop being controlled by them quite as easily. If you enjoyed this, you'll start noticing psychology everywhere around you now. And honestly, that's when human behavior becomes really fascinating.